And now, the general weather around Alaska.
Welcome, everyone, to Alaska Weather. I'm meteorologist Peter Chan, coming to you from the National Weather Service in Alaska region on this Sunday, May 11th, 2025. And a check of the weather-related headlines. We have a rather deep low-pressure system up in the Bering Ocean, sea rather, and a front that's going to be pushing in through the southwest interior and Gulf tonight into Monday. It's unusual for a system to be this strong at almost the mid-portion of May. There is a high surf advisory that will be in effect for Monday morning into early Monday afternoon in the Kuskokwim Delta coast. And we continue to watch the river breakup season. Mainly a thermal river breakup is underway for the Yukon River Basin. The ice has been melting out, mushing out, rather than having and forming a lot of harder ice that can create some really obstructing ice jams. That just has not been the case this year. So far, so good. No major flooding to report or worry about at this time. Another thing of note, pollen counts have been very high, some of the highest in the last decade across South Central with this warmer weather. The trees, flowers, and other plants are blooming and budding out. So people have really suffered from the seasonal allergies, and we might get some relief with that front that's going to be pushing through, bringing some rain to help knock out some of the pollen then out of the air. And we have for Monday the full flower moon of May. And looking at some of the FAA webcams, dead horse, we have low stratus cloud and some flurries, conditions improving there. Still, the blizzard warning is in effect till 4 o'clock this Sunday afternoon is going to be allowed to expire. And still, there could be a little light snow and blowing snow at least this evening on over toward Kaktovik. Now, down there along the especially western portion of the Kuskokwim River Delta, Kipnik, lowering clouds, 44 degrees. You're going to be seeing increasing southeast winds tonight, along with rain moving in, and those winds could gust as high as 40-50 miles an hour, causing surf levels to be a foot or two above the normal highest tide. And then meanwhile, South Central has enjoyed a spectacular weekend with sunny skies and warmer temperatures. Willow this afternoon having readings above 60 at 62 in the mid-afternoon. Also Anchorage Bowl enjoying bright sunshine and warm temperatures. Now Klawock down there in the southern panhandle, partly sunny, 63, a mild afternoon. You can see some at least vertical development to those cumulus clouds, but the good news is things are at least going to temporarily dry out this evening into Monday for the panhandle. It's going to be a brief reprieve waiting until this frontal system pushes some more showers in Monday night and into Tuesday. But in the meantime, we have a few things going on. The blizzard warning up here for the far eastern Beaufort Sea coast will expire literally within moments of me finishing this recording. And then we have the high surf advisory here along the Kuskokwim Delta. And then this is a hydrologic river statement just pertaining to the Yukon River. And then we have a special weather statement for the potential of some wet accumulating snow Monday night into Tuesday morning along areas and passes here of the Alaska Range. First of all, with the high surf advisory that is in effect for Monday morning into early Monday afternoon. Kipnik, Kagiganak, and are in line to receive some higher surf, elevated surf on the order of 1 to 2 feet above the normal highest tide as southeast and then south winds come around and could gust as high as 40 to 50 miles an hour. The Fairbanks Weather Service Office has issued a statement regarding the potential for some accumulating snow along the Parks and Richardson highways south of Denali Park and Donnelly and along the Parks and Richardson's highways. That would be Monday night into Tuesday morning. Maybe as much as 3 to 6 inches of wet snow. It's a bit uncertain, but that moisture with the front is going to be riding north and encounter some colder air in that area. And then on the river breakup map, notice here, the upper Yukon is open above Fort Yukon. We have the Tanana River open. We have the Copper River, the Susitna River open, and the Kuskokwim River open now. So the river breakup season has gone quite smoothly across the southern half of the state. We still have the main Yukon to deal with, but again, There's a number of areas where the water has opened. In many cases, the ice is mushing out. If there have been ice jams, they're not especially solid or holding, so that's good news. We'll continue to see the Koyukuk and some of the other northern rivers begin to open up too as we progress into this week, and the Porcupine River will likely begin to break up in Canada here as we head toward the end of this upcoming week and into the weekend, which could cause some higher water flows to come on down toward Fort Yukon by next weekend. And looking at the fire danger, with the front and rain coming up with that later this Sunday night and into Monday, we expect fire danger to get knocked down here to low across the southwest interior, where it stays drier into the day on Monday. Places up in the central interior and Tanana Valley may see high to very high fire risk there, especially around the grasses, because early in the season the grass is the most effective carrier of fire when that gets going, as we would expect. And looking at what we have for ridge of high pressure here, right here you can see the clear skies over the Gulf up into south central into the interior. We have some lingering showers, though not as much as on Saturday, over the Panhandle, and your driest weather for the Panhandle will come tonight and through most of the day Monday, though by Monday evening, Monday night, we're going to see some more showers spread up, at least along the northeastern Gulf Coast into the northern Panhandle. Here is low pressure out here in the central Bering, just west of St. Paul. This front has a feed of moisture coming up along the southwest coast, so YK Deltas, Bristol Bay, and gustier southeast and then south winds. So that is what's going to precipitate that threat of some higher surf there along the Kuskokwim Delta. And meanwhile, in the far north, there is a push of colder air coming into northwest Canada. The light snow, there's still a little bit out here in the eastern Brooks Range and far eastern portion of the Beaufort Sea coast from around Kaktovik toward the Mackenzie River. But again, that coldest air is going to settle on here into northwest Canada for early in the week. So late tonight and on Monday morning, we expect, there's the low sitting out there, 978 millibars, and it has a broad circulation of gale force winds around it. So we expect on Monday morning into early Monday afternoon that potential for some higher surf along areas of the southwest coast. As this front works northeastward, it's going to spread rain up Cook Inlet into the Kenai Peninsula, Anchorage Bowl, across the southwest interior. Meanwhile, the colder air settling in here through northwest Canada. And on Monday afternoon, we find the low still sitting and spinning in the central Bering. Meanwhile, we have the front arcing off toward the east and pushing across the Gulf, so that by Monday night into Tuesday, there could be some showers spread up into the Panhandle, and then just enough instability along this weakening front for Tuesday out there from along and south of the Alaska Range especially. And by the time we get into Wednesday, things will dry out a little better again there, but then another low coming up from the North Pacific will be riding just south of the Alaska Peninsula come Wednesday afternoon, with the old low just kind of sitting out there into the central and lower central Bering on the day Wednesday, and then clearer conditions expected across the central and northern mainland for the day on Wednesday. Looking at temperatures Monday morning, we're going to see chilly readings there. Anatuvik Pass, 6 above, teens, North Slope, Eastern Arctic Range. We find readings could be down near or slightly below freezing in parts of the central interior. Warmer temperatures, though, with the front working its way northeastward. That's going to keep readings above freezing across the southwest and into south central areas. Not as cold as what it was a few nights ago when we had some patchy frost in and around Anchorage. Here we have readings that generally will stay near or above 40 degrees in the Panhandle. Monday afternoon, it's not going to be quite as warm as what it was here Sunday, simply because the increasing cloud cover and precipitation overspreading the mainland from southwest to northeast. Highs maybe about 58 to near 60 at Fairbanks, but instead of like on Saturday, Sleep Mute was 67 degrees, so it'll be cooler under the clouds and rain. Highs generally in the 40s there. And that'll also tend to confine temperatures for Monday afternoon in south central areas, mainly to the 40s to near 50 instead of 60 degrees. And across the Panhandle, again, lows Tuesday morning generally near or a bit above 40 by a few degrees. We continue to see temperatures stay above freezing across much of south central. There could be that potential of some snow along areas of the central Alaska range Monday night into Tuesday morning. Further north, 7 above there at Anatuvik Pass, so the coldest temperatures along the spine of the Brooks Range into the North Slope and along the Arctic coast. High temperatures Tuesday afternoon will not be as warm as what they were over this weekend, but if we can get some breaks in the clouds, we could see some 50s returning the middle Yukon and in the upper part of the Kuskokwim there at McGrath and places like Haisley and Galena. But temperatures across the Panhandle on Tuesday may see a few more light showers as a result of that weakening front pushing through, and temperatures generally in the low mid-50s there, maybe back up near 50 as we go up toward Talkeetna and back out along the Alaska Peninsula and into the eastern Aleutians. Highs will generally be 45 to near 50 degrees. And a quick check of the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, May 17th through the 21st, we find temperatures are expected to average near normal across the southern mainland, extending out into the Alaska Peninsula, though readings will likely average below normal, especially north of the Yukon River along the Brooks Range, North Slope, and Arctic coast, and also here across much of the southeast. And as far as precipitation, it looks like May 17th through the 21st, we continue this trend of above normal precipitation over the southern and southeastern areas of the mainland, as well as into the Panhandle. We're going to continue to occasionally see some weather systems, some lows come up in and spread moisture north and eastward. So that would be a reflection of this trend, even though normally this is the driest time of the year. So still not looking at any consistent longer stretches of sunny, warm weather with drier conditions.